of God. That's what he did. So when we get to this story today, I want you to keep in mind who it is talking to this woman. What's the most important thing? Oh, y'all went to sleep on me that quick. What's the most important thing?
Obey God.
Okay. We're going to start from verse number 8. Man, it reads. Oh, 17. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 8. Now I got a lot of reading to do, so stick with me on this. A lot of reading. And it goes. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongs to Zion. In other words, he told the man of God to get up and go to Richmond. You don't know nobody down there. I want you to go to Richmond. Okay? And then he says to the man of God, he says, and dwell there. Don't just visit, but I want you to be there often. I want you to be, when they see you, they almost say, yeah, that guy, well, he pretty much be from here. Because he always here. He's always doing what we do here. And he says, behold, let him get good. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. I know you got different Bible systems, so you're going to see some different words. God said, I have commanded a woman that has lost her provider to take care of you. That's what that means. God said, I told a woman that had, see her widow, when it says a widow, that means we know what a widow is today, is when the husband dies. Okay? But see, some people ain't had their husband die. But see, some husbands are dead because they're not alive. They're not doing nothing, so they're pretty much dead. So what I'm saying is, she's lost her provider. Okay? Now, but yet she has to take care of the man of God. That's what God said. Okay? Now, he says, so what he do? He did what God said. What's the most important thing? So he got up, he arose, and went to Zarephath. He went to Richmond. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering sticks. She was working. He wasn't working. I told y'all who he was. He was a man that just went around from place to place preaching the word of God. And she was a working woman. She was busy. Listen, y'all say gathering sticks. I went to Iraq in 2003. And I saw some women. See, what happens in Iraq, see, really, we call Iraq uncivilized. But really, Iraq, they've been in existence for millions of years. America probably 300-400 years old. But they've been doing this for millions of years. And check this out. It was like 110 degrees outside. And when it's that hot, dust flies everywhere. And y'all don't know, like when I got on, women wear black all up and down because y'all heard the traditional, or they cover themselves up. So the women had on black all the way from the head down to the toe. You couldn't see them. And the men were sitting over here like this, brother, chilling, drinking tea. They call it chai. Chai is tea. So they were sitting over there drinking tea. And I look out there in the middle of that field. I said, man, what? Good God, there's about 30 people carrying sticks on their back. And it was hot, dusty. I said, what? And then my brother said, oh, those are women. I said, what? He said, oh yeah, that's how the women do the work, the men don't work. That's what look at that. Oh, she getting the message already. But I'm trying to tell you, the women were gathering sticks. There was 110 out there. They were covered up and they was working. Y'all don't believe me. Well, first of all, you don't believe me. If I could get you to believe me, I wish I had pictures, but my computer got broke somehow, and now I don't have the pictures no more. But I had some pictures, and I could show you the women were working, gathering sticks. Now, he called unto her, somebody with a King James Bible, and said, what did he say? Fetch! Could you imagine, Sister Keisha? Could you imagine, here you are out there in the middle of the field, and here I am like this brother, sitting down there drinking some tea, and I say, hey, fetch! Hold on, come here, brother, for a second. Come here, brother. Let's just, we're going to do an illustration of this, because I want y'all to see this right here. Okay, now, you see right here, brother. Let's pretend, for instance, that he is, can I see that bag for a second, brother? This is First Lady, Sister Lane right here, okay? Because she can do it so good that, okay, now, let's take it. Okay, let's put it around. I'm First Lady, okay? And these are sticks on my back, okay? Now, he's me, right? And I'm walking, struggling, carrying the sticks, right? And he's sitting there chilling. When I get over there, I want you to say, hey, fetch. Hey. All right, when I get over here, I want you to say it real loud. Hey, fetch. Yeah, that's what. Y'all didn't see that. But go ahead and sit back down. Give him a hand as he go back. Listen, do you understand the parameters involved with you telling somebody who already busy, already working, and you don't even have a job, and you talking about some fetch? What's the most important thing? To obey God. Listen. Now check this out. I'm going to go on with the story. And he called unto her and said, fetch. But then he soothed it down. He said, I pray thee. I'm praying for you to fetch this for me. Now y'all might think that fetching wasn't that big of a word, but I'm going to break it down to you again. He said, come and bring me some water, please, so that I might drink. And then as she was going to fetch the water, she stopped what she was doing, headed to fetch the water as she was going, before she could even get the water back to him. Y'all see what he said? He called unto her and said, bring. So that's why I'm telling you, fetch and bring. He knew the polite word was bring, but he said fetch it first, which really should have made non-conversation. If I tell Sister Cole, fetch me something, then ain't no use in me saying nothing else, because she already, ain't nothing else I can say to her, because it's done. I don't know who he talking to, but he better find another way to start. So ain't nothing else I say mean nothing, because I've already said the wrong word starting out. So he started out with fetch, and then he asked her on the way, while she humbly accepted his request, he said, bring me, oh my God, bring me. I'm praying that you will bring me a morsel of bread. This thing ought to be heavy to somebody besides me. Because what's the most important thing? To obey God. Listen. And she said, as the Lord thy God liveth. At first I could have thought that was not a woman of God, but she must have had a relationship with God, because she knew the living God. She said, I know the living God. See, I want y'all to know something. Back in those days, when he asked for that morsel of bread, what it used to be was, that's how they worship pagan gods, by taking cakes to the altar. So he was saying, look, let's see, do you know this God I'm talking about? First of all, bring me some bread. And then he said, and she said, as the Lord gives, he said, I don't even have a cake. I don't even have enough to make a cake. All I have is a handful of meal in a barrel and a little oil in a cruse. And then she says, and look. Everybody saying, look. I'm gathering 2 sticks. Here comes the good part. That I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat it and die. Now that's serious. That's what you call a mother. This is her down to her last. Now see, some of us think we down to our last, but this is what you call down to your last. She feels like after she does what she has to do, her and her child, they're going to die. Ain't that serious? They don't get, there ain't nothing nobody in here facing that's going to cause them to die. God ain't asked you for nothing that's going to cause you to die. But this woman was facing, I wish I've been reading this thing trying to figure out, wait, she really couldn't have mean literally died, but she was literally saying that after I fix this, this is our last meal. This is me and my son's last meal. Sister Keisha, I gotta get you to something. I said, oh, I had some notes. Let me figure out. I said, I want them to see what I'm talking about when I say last meal. Because if I just say it, you ain't gonna really get it. You got to see what I'm saying. This was the last meal. They were going to die.